Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. I'm Mike Kammerling, together here with Hans Langerhuizer from AEVI, and we have some exciting news for you today. Imagine a world where you do not have to chase your customer. Imagine a world where you could provide everything to your client they would ever need. Imagine a world where they don't want to go to anybody else, they don't need to go to anybody else, and they never will go to anybody else. Today, most of you here in the room sell payment terminals. So let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if you provide a worse service or a worse terminal than your competition. I thought I saw a few twitches of honesty there. No, not that one. So tell me, if you all are providing the same services and similar products, how are your customers telling you apart? The only way to differentiate yourself has to be on price. But that means commoditizing your product and your margins will disappear. And as a consequence, so could you. Unless you make a real change. Let me tell you a story about real change. It's 1894. We're in New York on a bitterly cold January day. But for thousands of people, the weather doesn't matter. They're happily queuing around the corner. Why? Is there a new Broadway show or anything? No. These people want to pay 10 cents to see a 5-second movie of an unknown man sneezing in his handkerchief. It's the dawn of the cinema when the great Thomas Edison opened his first theater. People were waiting in front of a booth, putting a coin in a machine, looking through a viewfinder to see the images of the amazing man. And they absolutely loved it. The business was booming. Edison made the equivalent of $3 million in profit today in his first year. So what did Edison do? What would you have done? Edison looked to put booths anywhere he could. And his competition? His competition did exactly do the same. Because this was, after all, the innovation everybody was looking for. But meanwhile, back in Paris, two brilliant innovators, the Lumiere brothers, had other ideas. How about, rather than people watching one film one at a time, we put loads of people in a theater together watching the same movie at the same time. And this is the first film they came up with. It was incredible. Well, it's not exactly Star Wars, but at the time, it was absolutely smashing. People were jumping to their feet, they were laughing, they were screaming. It had such a huge impact because that's what real change does. It brings people jump to their feet. So what's the relevance of the story of the dawn of cinema in this room for us today? Clearly, Edison's business disappeared. When's the last time you watched a mainstream movie through a viewfinder? Are you going to be an Edison? Or are you going to be like the Lumiere brothers and ready to take the big leap? How can you introduce real change that gets your customer and clients to jump to their feet? What you'll be looking for is to become individual. Don't sell a payment terminal. Provide a business tool. Create tailored, individual experiences for your customer with carefully selected apps and services. Positioning your brand at the center of attention of their business. Go beyond payments. Create and establish new business models. Open up attractive new revenue streams. Utilizing a whole new network of partners helping you to strengthen your proposition. Become true business partners. Rather than talking to your customer at the beginning or the end of the contract for support or when taking their money on a monthly basis, create a more engaging relationship where you advise your customer and help them run their business. Start making money together. Let us show you how.
So, but how does it really work? Imagine your merchant owns an hotel. Mike, what did you do? Come on. Would like to have a real hotel. Oh, that looks more like a real hotel. Imagine your merchant has a restaurant and a reception desk there. And we all know at that time, at this moment, they pay for a big gray box called a payment, and they connect it to an even bigger gray box for the POS system. But imagine now he has our Albert, our own device branded with your brand on it. He goes to the App Store where he will download his own apps. He will download a reception app for him and a taxi app. And for his own restaurant, he goes with a normal tablet. Bring your own device and puts there a POS app on it. So he now finally really brings value to his customers, his end customers, and is in this director change. But how is this all made possible? It's possible due to the AEVI Global App Store. We have a global app store which you can put from to your own branded app store. And you will say, yeah, that's a nice concept. 10,000 of people are talking about those business-to-business app stores. But no, this is real. We are already in the field. As you know, we are with Commonwealth Bank of Australia. We have 30,000 devices already in the field, Alberts, and growing there. So it's there. But yeah, you say, Australia, that's cool, very cool, but to travel to Australia, that's a bit far away. And that's why we are here today. We are so proud to present you our first platinum partnership in Europe with the EVO marketplace. EVO Payments International is one of our biggest customers now to launch this in Europe wide. So they will be the advising partner to their merchants. They will have the insights in all those merchants. And not only on the marketplace, they will even hand out the Albert terminals with their logo on it. So they can really be present at their merchants and show a face-to-face and bring the merchants to the next level. So I want to congratulate on that one. And I want to thank Gert Laufens and Erik Axel here in the venue for doing this together with us, because this is a great achievement together. And what about the global app content? What should you do there? Because we all know Google App Store. The Google App Store is great, 10,000 of apps. But the best app in the Google App Store is the app who tells you which apps does work and which don't work. That's not all we would like to do. We want to have a high-quality app store where you can download the apps to your branded app store, which are in quality, which brings you the value to your merchant. But who's creating those apps? Are you creating those apps? No. Are we as AEVI? No, we're not. No. What we've done, we created a global community of app experts, which is beneficial to you. We are fully open to everybody who has a high experience level there. So everybody, please join us. And we just launched another 3 partners here. And that's also great to mention, because we keep on going. True Rating, Welcome Retail, and VSI. They are on our booth, so please come and share with them their stories. They will explain what happened to them. Sorry. So to wrap it up, we are the openness. Our philosophy is openness to the whole community. But not only openness to the whole community, yes, we give you a choice in hardware, and we want to point out that everybody is welcome to join our ecosystem. And rather than having contact at the start or the end of your merchant contract, it's about engaging your merchants and really giving them the benefit of a real business. So this slide you remember if you're an Apple adept. And this is all about coming, clicking, yes. Every time an app is used, you will benefit from it as well. So, are you really in to make a change? Today, tomorrow, come and visit us at our booth, D24, and please look at our press releases, because a lot of good news will follow as well. Thank you for your time, and see you at the booth.